On today's episode of Amanda and Felix Eats, we'll be featuring a hot new chef from Japan's Omakase menu.
If you guys are a big lover of sushi and raw fish, you guys are definitely not going to want to miss this one. So make sure you guys stay tuned and let's get into today's video.
Let's go. What's going on, foodie Ohana? Welcome back to the channel.
And for today's video, we're super excited to be taking you along on this foodie adventure because we honestly have no idea what to expect. But today we're invited to preview a sushi omakase at Suntory. So Suntory is a restaurant that's very famous here in Hawaii for their Japanese food, and they have a brand new chef who has created his own omakase. And if you're not really familiar with omakase, it's pretty much chef's choice type of meal. So the chef chooses all of your courses and all of your sushi. And you guys know we are huge lovers of raw fish, sushi, poke, all kinds of stuff. So we're super excited to be taking you guys along. We are driving there right now. We're kind of running late.
So for all you seafood, sashimi, poke, raw fish lovers out there, this episode's for you. You don't want to miss this one.
You forgot to say sushi. Yeah, sushi too.
Lovers, yes.
Anyways, guys, we're heading there now and we'll see you when we get there.
One is a washoku, which is a very traditional, authentic Japanese cuisine. One is a teppanyaki, which is located right behind you guys, where the chef cooks the kind of food. We also have the very good sushi omakase experience area called Sushi Tokiwa, which is where you guys are dining in today. You guys get to experience that feel of the room with your senses. So I hope you're looking forward to it. The private room, we can sit up to 12 people, and there's a minimum spending and a deposit policy for lunch and dinner. So we're going to the Sushi Tokiwa now. We have a separate entrance because it's a shopping shop experience. So you have the Sushi Tokiwa located inside a restaurant center, but it's a little separate, and yeah, it's a special event. I'm gonna go ahead and take you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Oh, this thing is crazy.
So guys, we are in this private little room here at Sushi Tokiwa in the restaurant of Suntory here in Waikiki. If you guys didn't know, it is in the Royal Hawaiian Shopping Center on the 3rd floor. And we did confirm that you can make reservations for this private dining omakase experience through their website. So definitely, guys, check it out. We'll have it linked down in the description. So if you guys want to have the same experience, you guys can check it out. And first off,
Before we start, I want to quickly introduce our new sushi chef after the renovations and the starting of this Sushi Tokiwa. He is from Hokkaido, Japan, which is of course the best seafood and has a lot of like different sushi restaurants and different seafood cuisine too. But he is from this sushi restaurant called Sushi Zen, which is the most well-known sushi restaurant actually in Japan, not just the Hokkaido as well too. And he has trained underneath the under the main chef, the chief chef there. And he has joined our Sushi Tokiwa team here to bring us some the chef skill, the master skill that you can really see in Hawaii. Because he's from Hokkaido, he is implementing a lot of Hokkaido fresh seafood items for this new course that's starting July 1st. Thank you very much for coming. Okay, all right, so go ahead and start now.
So the good thing about Suntory restaurant is they have their own brewery. So, you know, their draft is their namesake. Oh, look how refreshing that looks.
And I got a green tea.
Oh, okay. Cheers. A way to cleanse the palate. Very light, very crisp, as expected from a genuine Japanese beer. So it looks like the chefs are already working away at the next dish that's coming out.
Okay, guys.
Dividing, conquering. We're still trying to figure this out. We're doing everything on the fly.
Yes.
But look at the presentation. Did you get the presentation?
Yes, I did.
Okay, good. Thankfully, Amanda got the presentation on B-roll, and it looks really pretty. This is amazing. Oh, I'm gonna cheers to everyone. Cheers. Here's to an amazing night, Foodie Ohana.
Okay, I can't eat scallops, so Felix gonna have to eat that.
I'll definitely enjoy that. No, it's just everything's so pretty. I feel like I'm like a bowl in a china shop. You know, I'm gonna break something, so I'm just trying to be very delicate. It's
Like,
so
I don't even know
pretty.
how to eat this correctly. It's like
Very
too
simple.
fancy.
It's very simple. It's hairy horse. Wait, what? Horsehair crab. It's horsehair crab. Very indigenous to the Hokkaido area. If you didn't know.
Oh yeah, we're supposed to use this thing, the towel first.
Well, I'm just gonna go right in because we're using chopsticks.
That's already a strike one for us. We gotta follow Lilia. She's Japanese.
And it's topped with kani miso. What is kani miso?
Innards. Of the
Oh
crab.
man.
It looks so fresh and briny. It looks really moist.
It's so tasty, so sweet. Oh my goodness. If they told me they had sprinkled this with sugar, I'd believe them. That's how sweet this is. If you ever wondered what being like a bigger sea creature was like, eating an entire crab in one go, like a shark or something, this is it. This is like eating the whole crab in one bite. Balance of the sweetness of the crab. So delicious.
Also, there's water chestnuts in here as well, giving it a nice crunch. I'm just gonna go in, like the whole thing. Like,
Oh, it's on a shiso leaf. And if you guys didn't know, shiso is perilla leaves.
yeah, I'm gonna go in just for this whole entire piece.
That sounds like a good idea. It's like I want to savor every bite, but you just gotta enjoy it.
The perilla leaves are really delicious.
Cheers. Oh man.
I do want to try this octopus.
So the next one on this appetizer starter, braised octopus. Before I enjoy that, of course, you gotta reset the taste buds.
I feel like I've never met you before, but I've seen your Instagram like everywhere.
Oh
Oh my
man.
god. It is so soft. Wow.
The outside part just melts in your mouth.
Oh my gosh, I was expecting something like chewy and like a typical taco flavor, but this has like a daikon braised flavor. I taste the daikon, I think.
It tastes almost like kakuni, the flavor of sweet soy. But you see this like inner part of the octopus, Foodie Ohana? It's super gelatinous. It's almost like reminiscent of pork belly when it's been braised and simmered. It just melts and disintegrates in your mouth. The rest of the octopus is nice, chewy, not overly chewy and rubbery, but very nice texture. It's like a healthier version of pork kakuni or braised pork.
So far, the first appetizers were amazing.
Okay, so while Amanda's getting some B-roll of the sashimi that's about to come out, I'll be trying the scallops since she can't try the scallops. Seared scallops topped with salted sea urchin or uni. Oh, it's so gelatinous, so soft, it's falling apart.
On the top is the uni shiokara, which is like a pickled and marinated to uni innards as well too, which can be really salty and really powerful.
Like Asami was just saying, the sea urchin or the uni has been pickled and salted. The uni on top. I was wondering why it was like super orange looking. I think we gotta try it.
I'm scared.
It just melts in your mouth. I think that's the theme of tonight, melt in your mouth. Sea butter. This was probably one of the best scallop dishes I've ever had. And the fact that Amanda can't try it is very sad. Like, I'm very sad for her. Maybe just a little piece.
Yeah, honestly, when I was in Japan and there was scallops, I just ate it and I was just like, you
No
know what?
regrets, right?
Yeah, no regrets. I was just like, just do it.
The shiokara uni is amazing. It's pickled uni. Like, how do you even do that? And it's just lightly salty, briny, and the sweetness of the scallops just shines right
I'm doing a very small bite. It's mostly,
Amazing.
Wow. Yeah, the uni flavor really powers the whole dish, but the scallop has a very nice base flavor, so it does add to it. It is very pungent though, so if you're not an uni lover, you might not really enjoy this one. If I fall asleep, guys, you guys know why. It's the meat.
And if you haven't tried uni, do yourselves a favor. You gotta get this. Gotta try this. I could just order this appetizer starter like 5 times with a bowl of rice. I'd be happy. I'd be set. And you can have like little chopstick holders, so when you're done, you just put it back on top.
So if you guys know where you can buy that shiokara uni, let me know, because I'm gonna be putting that all over my rice. Definitely.
That was amazing.
So next is a sashimi awase. It's very simple, but it has the akami of the tuna. Also kazunoko in the middle, so that one has a really good crunchy flavor to it. And also on the right, there is a tsubugai from Hokkaido, Japan. The tsubugai that we got, it's much bigger than the average size of the tsubugai.
Whelk? Tsubugai the whelk.
Do you know what that is for you? Well, that's a clam? Like
To have it in sashimi, it needs to be fresh.
So typically what is the normal size?
Tsubugai is about this big. The one that I had in Japan was maybe like this big the
Wow.
most. It's really rare to see this size flying over from Japan.
Oh.
Especially to Hawaii.
Never seen something like this in my life. Never ate anything like this in my life. This looks like the kind of shells you see at the swap meet and you blow it like, you know.
If you notice, we have the tsuma daikon, which is a radish on the back. It's usually white, but we're using this special like radish from Japan called koshin daikon, which means like red center.
They also grated fresh wasabi, so gotta put that on there as well.
I kind of want to try without it, just to like
Oh, okay.
try like the pureness of it.
Okay, by itself.
Really crunchy. Very interesting.
It's like a crunchy, cartilagey type of
It's like, yeah, all you taste is the pureness of the ocean. If ocean had chips that existed in the deep sea, it would be this. Like, these are ocean chips. It's almost reminiscent of like abalone, but a little more sweet. It has like a sweet ending note to it.
I just ate the wasabi and it's very earthy. It has a very nice flavor to it. It's not like a artificial tasting flavor.
Oh man. It's almost earthy and like nutty almost.
And let's try the kazunoko, which is herring roe. This one, Japan, they usually eat it for New Year's.
Interesting.
I actually first had it like only a couple years ago.
Ooh. So this would be more like a salty crunch. Same flavor as like tobiko, but nicely packaged. It's really interesting. And as soon as you bite it, because it's like a herring roll like sack, as soon as you bite into it, it starts like dispersing in your mouth. It's really fun. It's almost like eating Pop Rocks, fish egg Pop Rocks. Just an explosion of flavors.
Maguro with wasabi.
Look how red this thing is.
Oh, do you have one flash
No filter. This is actually how red this thing is. It is so red. It's like a slice of summer watermelon.
And in Japanese, this is called akami, which is the leaner tuna.
Oh yeah. I know I say like the flavor is clean a lot, but when I mean clean, it doesn't taint your tongue. Does that make sense? Slides off your tongue so easily. It's so smooth. Like the fish, it's not super buttery, like Amanda mentioned. It's lean. It's just a nice, like clean flavor of ahi.
I'm gonna try this red daikon, all the way from Japan, you guys.
And I know that I'm not even
No, like, yeah, we still working, but I haven't finalized where I'm going.
This daikon is so pretty.
It has a nice mustardy kick to it.
So she's arriving like 2 days before me.
No, it's very refreshing too. I wish they had a salad just made from this.
And honestly, guys, we're probably eating this all wrong, so please don't judge us at all. So the next dish is a simmered kichiji rockfish. So this fish is a famous fish from Japan. In Japanese, they call it a kinky fish.
It's probably my favorite fish name so far.
So it's a long simmered braised broth with the fish that was also braised, but they tried to preserve the flavor of the kinky fish. So They don't simmer the fish itself very long, but the braising liquid is simmered for a very long time.
5 hours.
Yes, for 5 hours. And this fish is very, very famous in Japan. It's specifically from the region that sushi chef Kanto is from. So this is a very big dish, especially for someone who is from Hokkaido. So we're super excited to try it out. It smells very like a soy sauce kind of base.
The broth is a nitsuke style broth. This looks like it's gonna be an explosion of flavor.
So it looks like they also included a gobo, which is a root, and some shredded carrots, ginger, and the head is in here as well. Oh my god, that's literally the head.
Yeah, that is. Actually, I kind of just want to try the nitsuke first.
It's very light.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's very light.
It's very fresh, very flaky.
Every time I think that last bite was my favorite, it gets better. I feel like that's the proper way of a authentic, well done omakase. Everything gets elevated and gradually increases. This is so flavorful. A little sweet.
Yes,
a
from the
little sweet.
liquid, yeah. I do really like the flakiness of the fish. It's not dry or tough at all. It's very tender. You can tell that this fish has shown a lot of love in the cooking process.
It's very delicious.
And I just love how the vegetables just kind of soak up the liquid as well.
Also, comment down below. Have you guys had rockfish before? And for cooked fish, do you guys eat the eyeballs? Because I love the eyeball part. Little hits of green onion, scallions in here too. There's so much textures and flavors going on.
I love this fish.
If we weren't surrounded by people right now and everyone's watching, I'd literally just like drink this broth. It's that good. Or if I had a bowl of rice, I would just pour it on the rice and eat it. I cannot wait for the other dishes to come out. Right there is supposedly very addicting. Chef Kanto's homemade ginger. Alright, so I'm gonna be trying Chef Kanto's homemade ginger first, because we heard it's addicting.
It's his own special secret recipe. And it's a special young ginger as well.
You should try it actually, because you don't like ginger. Oh man, it's like ginger candy. So good. Even the ginger's good.
It's strong, but I kind of like that it's like kind of acidic.
Yeah, it's like pickled ginger.
Yeah, it's pickled. I think it tastes better than just straight up ginger. Definitely.
What I forgot to mention, when you're eating sashimi, or I mean nigiri, they also brought out special, like, they call it finger towels, just to clean your fingers so you can eat it
You go like this.
yeah. Yeah, just to clean off your fingers so you can eat sushi the appropriate way, which is by your hand.
I really like the ginger actually. It's really
It's
good.
really good. It's really good.
This one is a flounder, a Matsukawa flounder.
So very simply seasoned with lemon, a little bit of sea salt.
Very clean, and it's very flavorful from the salt and the lemon combination.
Very simple, flavorful start to this omakase nigiri portion of the meal.
I really like that as a first dish because it's kind of clean tasting with the lemon, and it goes really well after that ginger to cleanse the palate.
For me, the flounder is very more of a textural thing. It was very meaty, like a meaty fish. It's like you're French kissing the ocean. So it's going to be just a series of different fish on top of rice. There's no soy sauce because if it requires so, he's going to just put a little bit, like just a smidge, just enough of soy sauce. And of course, ginger to reset the taste buds for the next epic bite. Next piece, Furiohana, one of our favorites, True Total, which is medium fatty tuna. And this one, we need to cheers.
Cheers.
I'm so happy right now.
That was very, very fatty. And the very subtle flavor of the maguro, the ahi, chutoro, as they say it in Japanese, it's very, very fatty, very flavorful. Not too fishy flavor, mild and fatty at the same time.
That bite could just end the night for me. Just enough soy. Like, it makes me feel like this whole time we've been dunking our fish, over soy saucing our fish. That was just the perfect balance. Just a nice little hint of saltiness from the soy that he just brushed on there. Very fatty, but it was very clean tasting first. Like almost like the first sashimi we had with the maguro. Clean, and then it got fatty, gradually fatty. It was kind of crazy. It was like a gradient scale in my mouth.
Chef is preparing the special salmon zuke now. This is like the salmon zuke that that probably you never had before. We serve it with the mountain fresh yama wasabi on the top, which is very good with hakushu highball.
It's moving faster than we can actually film. But anyway, the next one is asparagus. Asami was explaining that this is very popular in Japan amongst his female patrons in Japan, Sushi Zen. So we're gonna try it.
So for all you guys taking your females on a date, you know what to order. It's for all you ladies out there.
For hakushu highball for you.
Oh, yeah.
And what about for you? Just a small amount.
A very nice representation of the rice and the soy. And if you really like asparagus, very healthy.
Asparagus flavor is not very strong, which is good because if you don't like asparagus, you can definitely eat this. It's not a very strong flavor, but I do like the balance of the rice and the sauce, and the asparagus has a nice crunch to it. We're definitely excited for the next item.
The first pairing item of the night.
So guys, if you want to do this pairing, we're gonna try it out today, but it is an extra charge. So if you do want to try that, make sure you let them know. But yeah, we're gonna try it in a second. This is their special salmon.
Marinated sake or marinated salmon.
It's supposed to go really well with this special highball right here. We got a little sampler of it. It pairs really well. So we're gonna try it out.
Does anybody want to take a picture at the bottom?
So fatty, salmon fatty.
What?
Fatty salmon, oh my, I can't even think. Fatty salmon flavor. Very deep, rich soy flavor.
Yeah, I love the salmon too because it's very meaty and it has a lot of texture and a lot of like butteriness to it. And also it's marinated in soy, so it has a nice soy, a nice umami flavor, and it matches really well with this.
As you've been following us this whole time, we're not really fancy schmancy type of people, and this is the first time we're like pairing something, you know, pairing like a dish with a drink, and change our lives. I feel like you can kind of see why people pair like wines with beef now or certain meats, and I never thought about pairing fish with a highball. It just works. Housing is so fatty and so deep, rich in flavor, and this is so light, crisp. It just kind of cleans the palate so nicely. I'm not even a big whiskey drinker myself, but that was perfect. Kind of sets you up for the next bite. The highball is actually made with the hakushu whiskey. Asami was saying this is apparently really hard to get now. So you're getting good whiskey for the ohana to pair with these dishes, or these two dishes. And if you whiskey lovers know, let us know in the comment below if that's something sought after or you enjoy yourself. Because we're not big whiskey drinkers. I'm getting my mind blown tonight. So this is the braised abalone, and they made a liver sauce from, I guess, the abalone. When you open the shell, as Sammy was saying, they have little organs in it. I guess that's the liver, and they made like a sweet type of marinade sauce for it. This is the liver sauce. I don't want it to go to waste, so I'm gonna just pick up the dish and like soak it all up in the rice. Just go straight in. Oh man, that's unbelievable.
That liver flavor is not super strong or overbearing. It's very light, but it does have like a saltiness to it, a little brininess as well.
It's just very creamy. Like it's almost like the texture of like an Alfredo sauce, but the flavor of like the briny ocean. Abalone is just very soft, tender. Oh, of course, it pairs with this.
Yes, and typically I'm not really an abalone eater, but that was amazing.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
Wow. Yeah, it does perfectly pair well with this.
Oh, after drinking this, it like cleanses the palate and also leaves like a sweet ending note.
So next we have little donburi, uni ikura. It's a special wasabi, I think. They said mountain yam wasabi. Some rice on the bottom. Even have like a little cute thing here. Ready? I'm gonna try the ikura part first.
I'm just gonna go in one bite.
Oh my goodness.
I can't do it in one bite. Okay. I don't know, I messed it up.
Ikura. It is so fresh, so salty, briny.
Creamy, salty. ocean boba. That's what ikura is. Oh man, the uni is sweet.
Okay, let's try the uni.
They give you so much, but I feel like if you can, try to get a little bit of everything in one bite because the uni is sweet, the ikura salty, flavor burst of salty brininess in your mouth.
If you're not a seafood lover, I don't know why you're watching this video, but you guys have to try uni, you have to try ikura, something completely different, honestly. Personally, like an out-of-body experience, not to sound kind of weird or anything, but we've never really had like this private setting omakase type of thing. We're
With
not
our
like
friends.
Yeah, we're not like fancy kind of people. We're not like, you know,
We don't get to enjoy something like this.
yeah, we really don't. And even in Japan, we didn't. So we're super, super fortunate that we're able to see Chef Kanto here in his element, here at Tokiwa, here at Suntory. This one is the braised clam.
Simmered hamaguri, which is a big giant clam from Ibaraki Prefecture. It's a very typical Edomae style sushi. There's almost no place that we serve simmered hamaguri like this in Hawaii. So he's very, very proud to introduce this item to people in Hawaii.
So even down to the tade sauce or like the topping sauce is made in-house. Oh my goodness.
Asama was just saying, nowhere in Hawaii can you get this hamaguri clam.
Which is a giant clam, and he perfected it. So
Perfected the way to cook it, to
Yes.
prepare it, because cook it too long, it's inedible. Cook it too short, it's inedible.
cheers.
Man, he turned a difficult to cook clam into butter. I'm barely chewing. Sweet tade, very rich.
But I do really like the texture. It's not super like melty. It's more kind of a chewy texture. But if you like chewy textures like me, you're gonna love this. The
But it-
sauce.
But it's soft chewy.
Yeah,
it's
it's
not
soft
like hard chewy, like chewing gum. It's just very soft and bouncy.
Has like a nice umami flavor. I know everything has umami. I'm so sorry, but this is a Japanese restaurant.
It's really
But
hard to explain, to be honest.
yes, it is. There's like a contrast because it's kind of like salty, but then the tade is a type of sweetness, and even the rice has that vinegary element. It just has all the balance. I really like his rice. The way that he prepares the rice is completely different.
Rice is probably the most important thing in sushi. We failed to explain it, but anyway, the rice is the most important thing in sushi. Chef Kanto's rice, it's light, airy. You can feel every individual grain of rice in your mouth. Perfectly vinegary.
It has a special mixture of the mountain yam and fish shrimp as well too. Bake it for 1 hour, almost like a castella Japanese fish cake. It takes about 3 years for that for one person to perfect it in a sushi bar. So only he can actually make that in this restaurant.
So next we have the castella tamagoyaki, which is kind of like a take on the Japanese castella cake. If you haven't tried that, it's a very light, spongy cake, but he made it into like an egg savory dish. We're super excited to try this. If you like tamago, like the egg sushi, you're gonna love that. Let's try it.
Oh man, that's like an airy, fluffy, literally castella egg.
Whoa. That kind of like tricked my mind because I was anticipating sweet, but it's actually kind of savory at the same time.
And it's so light and fluffy and airy. I can't tell if it's like a dessert or a savory dish.
And next we have something really interesting coming up.
I see I'm making it right now. This next dish, although it looks just like a simple like spicy ahi roll, it is not. This is made with toro. Toro is the fattiest part of the tuna.
And I saw him putting some white sesame and takuan, which is kind of like a pickled radish. And inside there's also shiso leaf. The nori just smells really good. Cheers, you guys.
Oh, perfect balance of the fattiness of the tuna, the nice acidity from the takuan, nuttiness from the goma seeds.
I like how there's the crunchy element, there's the fresh perilla leaves, shiso leaf element, the fish has like a nice buttery element, and the rice has a little bit of vinegar.
So good. This is probably one of the best hand rolls I've ever had. I just wish I had the whole roll. He cut it up and distributed the pieces. I wish he just gave me the whole roll. 'Cause I'd eat it. I'd eat it myself, the whole roll. Also, I forgot to mention, other than pairing whiskey with the dishes, Suntory is also famous. I mean, of course, they're famous for the whiskey, but they're famous for their whiskey highballs as well. Carbonated water with their whiskey. But here at Suntory, they have a proprietary machine that makes the carbonated water extra carbonated. So you get a nice, crisp, clean taste of whiskey highball.
So out of all the sushi, which one is your favorite?
Are we done already?
Last one is the soup. I just want to know which one, out of all the sushi, which one did you like the most?
So excited for the next bite. It's one of the hardest questions I've had to answer on this channel, but
I think I have two favorites. My first favorite is probably the marinated salmon, just because it had a nice, like, different take on a salmon, something so simple but complex. And then I also really liked the braised abalone with the liver sauce. That was also something very, very different. But I also really like the braised clam, especially since you can only get it here. So I think those three. But they're all home runs, but I think those stood out to me the most.
for me, it would have to be the braised abalone with liver sauce. This totally changed my mind on abalone. And so the abalone one, that last hand roll we just had, that was good. I mean, it was familiar flavors, but it was so good. By far my favorite hand roll so far. It's really hard, guys. I like everything. I like everything today.
This is called ichigo-jiru, which is a very famous item in Hokkaido. Now, ichigo stands for a strawberry. When you add uni into the clear soup, it clouds up the soup itself. And then that represents, that look like morning mist over the wild strawberry farm in Hokkaido, which is a strawberry, very popular in Hokkaido as well. They call it strawberry soup. Because uni and abalone is in it, so I think people rather have this than actual strawberry.
All right, last dish of the night.
It's a sea urchin abalone soup. Okay, cheers. You really get that uni flavor.
It just tastes like if the ocean became warm, is what it would taste like. Maybe drinking ocean water during a volcano eruption. It's so light and savory, but not salty.
I do like the different elements. There is like a kelp flavor and there is the uni flavor as well. It's not overpowering or very, very strong. It's a little bit briny as well. Lots of umami, but it is also a clear broth.
I taste shiso too. There's
Maybe-
perla in
is
here
this
too.
shiso?
Like strands of it or something. I'm just gonna go for the ultimate last bite here because I want to end my night on a flavor bomb. Never had soup like this before.
So this is like the ultimate seafood soup right here. Oh, I love that it's warm too. Oh,
I know we mentioned a lot on the channel how Simon's broth and like other soups warms the soul. This, it warms my existence.
the abalone is also nice and tender.
Definitely tonight I found a new appreciation for how to eat sushi correctly with not over-soying the fish. We also found a new appreciation for abalone because prior to this we didn't like abalone as much. And just trying things for the first time. I feel like sushi is one of those things where if you read what's on the menu, it could be a turnoff if you're not familiar with the names of these dishes and stuff. Sushi is one of those cuisines where you just gotta trust the chef, and this is the prime example of that. Now I know where to go for my birthday this year. Bitter, sweet ending. So satisfied, but so sad it had to end.
ごちそうさまでした。ありがとうございました。あ、よかったです。Thank you, thank you. どうもありがとうございました。ごちそうさまでした。
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you. That was such an amazing experience. I mean, prior to this, we've never had like an omakase experience such as this one. And honestly, Chef Kanto, he knows his stuff. So what you saw, what we featured tonight was a media event, and they gave us like a sampling of a little bit of Chef Kanto's specialty. So by the time you're watching this, it'll be full effect. You can make your reservations.
Make sure you check out the description down below. There you can make your reservations or you can find all the information, but definitely try it out. There will be more dishes included. He said that there's definitely a chawanmushi, which is like a Japanese steamed custard egg, and also there's a dessert segment as well. There's gonna be also seasonal dishes that he's gonna add in there. There's actually gonna be a bigger quantity of sushi as well. So today we only got a sampling and that was amazing. So you know that the full thing is gonna be so awesome.
And for price wise, Asami did mention it's going to be around $250 a person for the full deal, like the real full experience. We just got a sampling of it and it was amazing, life changing.
So as you guys know, Suntory is a Japanese whiskey. So Suntory partnered with a local chocolate company called Koho, and we got little swag bags or little mini presents that we could take home.
I think it's just chocolate.
Here, there's some little chocolates.
This is Asami was saying is to be paired with their whiskey.
Yes, so they did like a special collab, so we can pair that at home. But guys, we're super, super happy that we were able to experience this. And again, thank you guys so much for following us and allowing us to create content for you guys. It really, really means a lot to us, your support. And we're just super happy that we could show this awesome new sushi spot that you guys can check out here in Waikiki.
And honestly guys, we wouldn't be able to do any of this without you, so thank you so much for subscribing. And if you're new here, once again, I'm Felix, that's Amanda. We're locally born and raised.
We're from here essentially, so we know all the good spots, so make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. It's the easiest way to support us. We're super satisfied. If you like sushi, if you want to try this place out, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. It really helps out our channel as well, and we'll see you guys on the next video.
Right, until the next one, Foodie Ohana, do yourselves a favor, get the omakase, explore your inner foodie. Peace out.
Bye guys.
So for all you, oh man, the roads are
So wonderful.
Hawaii roads, man, I swear.
And they, as you saw earlier, and they also freshly grated fresh russet.
Looks like it's gonna be a fleet. Ka-ching.
That's the thing for money.
Oh.
It's ching.
Oh, ching, cha-ching.
It's something very, very
No, it's not. Oh, it is.
life-changing.
Yep. She wasn't a subscriber.
I don't know who that was.